Hey y'all, it's Kayla Symone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just felt like filming or whatever, so I'm coming back to you with a natural hair talk because these talks are just going to be literally me rambling about questions maybe that I've been getting on my hair, or questions that people ask me on social media, some of my most frequently asked questions. So the last time I talked about having a TWA, kind of the pros, the cons, maybe struggles, just blabbering about what my experience has been like personally. But today, I know I've gotten a few questions on what I use in my hair to make my hair curly. So, we're just going to talk about it. First of all, to be honest, there's nothing that I put in my hair to make my hair curly. And I think that's sometimes when people are transitioning, because I used to do the same thing and I used to ask the same kinds of questions, people really assume that certain products, if you get the right products, they'll make your hair curly. And the whole thing is, it's literally just trial and error. I can get on here on YouTube and I can tell you what I have put in my hair and what works for me, but essentially everything is trial and error. And I know some people get mad at YouTubers. I know there's been times where I bought stuff and I was like, oh, it didn't really work for me, but I can't like really blame the YouTuber. They're just giving me what they know. They're just giving me the information that works for them. And so I use a little bit of everything in my hair, to be honest. And if you guys haven't caught on by now, none of my hair products and my hair videos have really been the same. It's just about what I feel like that day. Also, it doesn't help that I'm not really picky with my hair products. I don't, I care, but I don't. So there are certain steps that I go through that I stick with, but it doesn't necessarily mean this is my favorite product or this is my go-to product or this is what I use all the time. Sometimes I'm just crunched for money and this is the product that I use when I don't have the funds to get the products that I want, or I don't need to splurge. Like, I've been trying to slow down so that I don't have so many products, because there was a point in time when I was transitioning where I had so many products, but I was not using those products all at one time. Like, I can only use so many products, so why am I going out buying everything that I see? Like, it doesn't make sense, right? So I'm just going to tell you guys the things that I have in my hair care regimen, what I do method-wise, and the products can be flexible, if that makes sense. So hopefully that made sense to you. Hopefully you get where I'm coming from. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the one thing that I typically do, because I'm very lazy and I always do wash and goes, I use the lock method, especially around this time of year. It's cold outside, your hair gets dry a lot faster. So the lock method is a leave-in. That's what you leave in your hair. After you get done washing it, deep conditioning, whatever, you put a leave-in your hair, then you follow up with the oil, then you follow up with a cream. So for me, I found that the lock method works for me as far as retaining moisture. In the summertime, it's different. It's a little more humid outside. You don't really struggle to keep moisture in your hair, so I may use more products that have more hold in them versus products that moisturize. Products that I have found personally that moisturize my hair, and I don't have them right now because I ran out of them, and I went out and purchased the Cantu products because I wanted to try them. But the new line of Lotta Body, I have been using that I'd say the most consistent between Shea Moisture's Curl Enhancing Smoothie and their Coconut and Hibiscus line. Between that line and the new Lotta Body line with their 5-in-1 moisturizing treatment and their hair and styling lotion. I'm sorry, I was tripping, like it wasn't coming out. But between those two lines, especially the Lotta Body, has been my ride or die. The Lotta Body products have been like really, really, really good at moisturizing my hair. The only reason why I went out and purchased the Cantu products is because, like I said, I want to try another line. And since I ran out of those, I went to Cantu. And actually, for the price, Cantu isn't that bad. The leave-in conditioner and the hair lotion isn't that bad. It gives me a little more hold than I'm used to having. But all in all, I'm not that picky. It's not that bad, because typically if you follow the same guidelines that you've been and the things that you've been using in your hair, you'll find out that a lot of the products aren't that bad. There may be a little variations, and that this just goes for me, maybe a little variation in the results or the definition, or you know, how your hair feels, if it feels crunchy or whatever. That may vary, but as far as your hair being healthy and moisturized, it doesn't really vary. So a lot of body is like my number one. Their curl and style milk, or styling hair milk, whatever it's called, but it's in the blue packaging. One has a pump, and I'm gonna see if I have the empty packaging so I can show you. So it's this line. This is their Moisturize Me Curl and Style Milk. This stuff, summertime, or because it has a little hold to it or whatever, for them I would spray their 5-in-1. I don't know if it's a moisturizing treatment or whatever, and it was kind of like a leave-in for me. And I would spray that in my hair. I would use coconut oil as the oil and use this to top it off as the cream, and just use my Tangle Teaser to go through. I'm so sorry, it's so dirty. To go through my hair, and it would be so moisturized, so defined, and my hair smelled like fruits and berries. If you watch Coming to America, yes, smelled like fruits and berries, but my hair was so super moisturized, and I really, really like that. So the reason why I do the lock method, no matter what product line I use, is because number one, it helps me narrow in and focus on what products I really need, because some lines can carry, and I know it's good to use one line altogether, but sometimes we don't always have the money to buy a full line of things. So if I go in and I want to try something, I'm going to try the things that I know really matter: deep conditioners, curl and style milks or creams or whatever that may seal in moisture, and their leave-in conditioners. Those are pretty much the main things that I like to try from a line. And so that brings me to my next point. Another part of my regimen that I really have to incorporate every week. I don't care if I'm doing a twist out or if I'm doing another wash and go and being lazy. I have to deep condition my hair. That is for me. Everybody may not have to do it. I'm not telling you that you have to go out there and do it, because I know people have issues with natural hair Nazis. That ain't me. I just do what works for me. If deep conditioning your hair every week doesn't work for you, by all means, don't do it. Nobody's making you. Nobody's holding a gun to your head. Nobody's saying that you have to do A, B, and C, and D or your hair will fall out. No. Do what you feel. If you want to perm your head and turn around and throw some acid on it and wand curl it and think it's going to be cute, that's on you. Like, nobody's making you do anything, but I'm just saying what has been working for me is to use the lock method when I am styling my hair. And to also, and that's even with the twist out, whatever, use the lock method for me when styling my hair. Great. Number two is to deep condition. Now, my favorite deep conditioners have been, to be honest, to be truly, truly honest, the last month, I've been deep conditioning with a DIY treatment. And I wanted to try it to see how I liked it before I brought it to you guys, and I'll probably do a video on how I made it. But I use one of my cheap conditioners, one of my I think it was Tresemme Naturals, a banana, coconut oil, castor oil, extra virgin olive oil, and almond oil. I let those simmer. I put honey in it. Let those simmer kind of in a pot to get warm and mesh together with the honey, and I poured it into that conditioner and mixed the banana in, and my hair was so moisturized. So that's just a deep conditioner that I've been using the past month, but I kind of ran out of the ingredients, so I had I'm going to be just using the deep conditioners that I have. But the ones that I have been using is there's a strength, actually I'm not even going to get into brands because that doesn't matter. What I typically try and do, period, is to have a moisturizing conditioner and a strengthening conditioner, and I rotate them. So I will do moisturizing conditioner one week, protein treatment or strengthening conditioner the next week, and on and on and on. Or it depends on how your hair feels. My hair kind of 2 to 3 weeks in a row was really needing some moisture, so I kept doing that moisture treatment, because you have to kind of just sit back and assess what your hair needs, and not necessarily just go by what you've been told or what you feel. Like, you have to go by what you feel, literally, is or isn't right for you. So moisturizing for me, and strengthening treatments or strengthening mask, rotating them, that typically works for me, and that's been working. And I meant to tell you guys, I've been lying on accident, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I cut my hair off in May. It's only March, and for whatever reason, my timelines were mixed up, and I kept thinking that I big chopped in March, and I don't know why that month was sticking out to me so much, so I apologize for it. But it has only been 10 months since I had big chopped, which is awesome, because I feel like this is a lot of growth for 10 months. So I got some time to do my natural hair journey video. So that was just a side note, just to keep you guys updated. And other than that, just making sure that you keep your hair moisturized, and whatever that means to you. So sometimes I like to spray a leave-in on my hair. Sometimes, just to refresh my hair, I like to spray water. Sometimes I'll just rub an oil in, or all of the above. It just depends. Nothing in my regimen outside of the actual instructions, as far as like deep conditioning, doing the lock method, rotating, a strengthening, and moisturizing deep conditioner. But products wise, nothing for me has ever been set in stone. I think that it helps to trick my hair. Sometimes your hair, like with a lot of body, I think the reason why I end up trying new products was because, number one, I was just curious and I wanted to try new products. But I think that your hair, often like your body, and I used to run track, so I know that my coach in college, he would have us switch up workouts, or we would do heavy lifting this week and then go from heavy lifting to light lifting the next week. And I think that your body is so similar in every area that your hair can naturally be the same way. Sometimes if you don't switch up what your hair regimen or routine is doing, and you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, after a while your hair may get used to the products that it's using. Or I can't tell you how many times that I've been using a product and my hair, especially when I was transitioning, my hair texture changed. So the same products that worked for me when I was transitioning didn't work for me when I was curly. Like Cantu products did not work whatsoever when I was transitioning, when I had heat damage, when I had this and that. But now that all that is cut off and this is essentially a new head of hair, the products really don't rub my hair the wrong way. They actually define my curls pretty nicely, and even though they don't detangle like they claim to, whatever, but there's still something good in it for my hair. So for me, I'm just not a stickler about it. It's not that deep. My hair, as long as my hair is growing, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and if that means switching up the products when my hair gets used to them, that's what I'll do. So I just wanted to come to you guys real quick and just kind of talk to y'all and let y'all know that it's really not that deep, period. It's just not that deep. You do what you will, whatever makes your hair flourish. If you're looking for a deep conditioner, or you're inquiring, do your research, look up on YouTube. There's enough of us, or just enough people doing reviews on things. But if you, in your mind, like there's been times where I've seen bad reviews on a product, but it actually kind of worked for me. So you just have to be willing to take that chance on products that you may want to purchase, or you're scared to purchase, or things like that. It's just your personal preference. It's your decision. Either way, you have to be happy with the decisions that you make. So just a quick recap. I use the lock method when I am styling my hair, which is a leave-in, a oil, and a cream. It does not matter which one, because you have to do what works for you. I just expressed to you what I've been using. Rotating my deep conditioning regimen between a strengthening or a protein treatment and a moisturizing treatment, and make sure that I deep condition almost every week, because that's what helps my hair. And just refreshing and moisturizing my hair with water or a spray leave-in or some oil has pretty much done the trick for me until my next wash day. So without further ado, I'm going to end this video. I hope you liked this video. I hope that whatever I said or some of my tips were a little helpful. And if you have a little bit of anxiety about natural hair, I hope that it eased it, because it's just not that deep. And 9 times out of 10, you're 9 times out of 10, that's going to sound so mean, but you're beautiful, no matter what. As long as you feel like you're good, then you're good. As long as what works for you, then it's good. I know some people coconut oil doesn't work on, and they have to use, and I switch up so much that everything's just gonna work for me. I'm determined to make it work. But subscribe to my channel, guys. Click that bell button to get notifications about the next time that I upload, and also give this video a thumbs up if you like videos like this, and comment down below some of your favorite products, things that you use, maybe some stuff that you want me to try in this bush of mine. And I will talk to you guys next time. I hope you like this video, and see you later.